Imagine this. Now, a huge Nike billboard featuring Caitlin Clark's visage looms over Hollywood Boulevard. Additionally, the timing seems very deliberate. Clark recently had her face plastered on one of the most well-known streets on the planet, while other players are occupied with creating Instagram posts to pursue significance. It was painful for Angel Reese to see her fiercest opponent practically light up Hollywood. Everything is shifted by this maneuver. What do you think? Has Angel Reese moved past the drama surrounding Caitlin Clark's takeover of Hollywood, or is she still having trouble sleeping? Tell us what you think. Okay, so Caitlin Clark recently become well-known in Hollywood, not through some unmemorable reality TV appearance or corny movie cameo. On Hollywood Boulevard, where thousands of people walk every day, Clark got herself a massive Nike billboard. We're not referring to a sporadic roadside advertisement in the middle of nowhere. This is Hollywood Boulevard, one of the most famous streets in the world and the Walk of Fame. Hello, Caitlin. Are you able to get us inside?
Come back! From anywhere.
Hello, Caitlin. What about a beer? Guys, hurry up. Yes, she has no chance. Come on, Caitlin. Keep it to yourself. I won't even inquire. Hello, Caitlin. There could be a gift from here. Am I going to write? Kate, whatever. From my ear. It appears that she succeeded. Nike's tagline, "You can't win, so win," is displayed alongside Clark in the billboard. This all relates to Nike's Super Bowl marketing plan, which features elite athletes like A.A. Wilson, Sha'Carri Richardson, Sabrina, and Jordan Chili. Led Zeppelin's Whole Lot of Love opens the commercial, and Grammy winner Doki gives a voiceover in which she talks about how female athletes are told they have boundaries and should go past them. The messaging is quite intense, and as one of their main stars, Clark is positioned squarely in the middle. What this really means is as follows. Not everyone is given Hollywood billboard space by Nike. They don't spend expensive advertising money on athletes who may be good, but haven't demonstrated their ability to generate economic outcomes. These places are designated for the very best. Athletes who transcend their sport and develop into true cultural influences. Consider the billboards of Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, and Michael Jordan. Caitlin Clark has now joined that select group on Hollywood Boulevard. That company is very elite. You'll be told you can't do it. So do it anyway, is the statement that Clark posted on Instagram, along with many images of himself wearing Nike apparel. Pure Clark style, exuding assurance without becoming arrogant. She has acquired significant media expertise in recent years, knowing precisely how to mold her messaging and personal brand. She is inspirational without lecturing. It's clear that Nike values that brand enough to include her as a key component of their Super Bowl marketing campaign. Let's examine why this is important in ways that go well beyond how awesome it is to see your face over Hollywood Boulevard. Nike spent a lot of money on their Super Bowl advertising. Every year, America's largest TV audience watches the Super Bowl. During the game, businesses paid millions for 30-second commercials. Nike's decision to prioritize women's sports in their Super Bowl plan conveys a strong statement. They are asserting that women's sports are more than just a side endeavor. It is profitable, legitimate, and worthy of significant financial support. Nike's CMO Nicole Hubbard-Graham told Fast Company that female athletes are currently breaking all previous records by packed stadiums, increasing ticket sales, and landing contracts at previously unheard-of levels. She is entirely correct. Viewership figures for the 2024 WNBA season were the highest in 24 years. Regularly, arenas sold out. The pace at which merchandise moved was astounding. And Caitlin Clark the main driving force behind that growth. In every way, Clark's debut season was historic. She won Rookie of the Year, broke numerous WNBA records, and attracted millions of new fans to women's basketball. Suddenly, people who had never thought about watching WNBA games signed up for League Pass subscriptions just to follow her. Every time the Indiana Fever came, normally half-empty venues began to fill up. That is true star magnetism. That kind of impact is what makes Nike decide, yeah, we absolutely need this person's face dominating Hollywood Boulevard. Angel Reese is undoubtedly aware of this billboard, so let's address her. She saw it for sure, and it hurt at least a little. This peculiar competitive relationship between Reese and Clark started in college and continued into the WNBA. Reese constantly portrays herself as Clark's equal, and occasionally even superior. She emphasizes her championship credentials, her rebounding prowess, and her double-doubles, all of which are absolutely correct. As a player, Reese truly shines. Here's the important distinction, though. Clark functions as a once-in-a-generation talent who significantly changed the financial structure and public awareness of women's basketball, while Reese performs as a solid basketball player with a respectable social media reach. These two traits are entirely different. These stand for entirely distinct levels of importance and impact. Reese has put a lot of effort into building her public presence and personal brand. She attends Fashion Week events, schedules podcast appearances, and produces content for Instagram. It makes perfect sense that she is developing something that goes beyond basketball. It is imperative that athletes make the most of their platform possibilities. However, Reese isn't getting Nike billboards on Hollywood Boulevard in spite of all her hustle, self-promotion, and brand growth. That reality must be painful. The contrast becomes crushing and inevitable. At NBA games, Clark is honored. Clark receives advertisements in Hollywood. Clark appears in significant Super Bowl commercials. Clark is the highest-paid female athlete in the world. Reese keeps up her Instagram presence and records podcast episodes in the interim. In terms of cultural significance and commercial value, the gap between them is astounding. At times like this, the Nike billboard makes it tough to ignore the distance. This is made even more intriguing by the campaign messaging. Win because you can't lose. That is directed at women who were consistently disregarded. They've been told they lack strength, talent, and the capacity to compete at the highest levels. It's about using performance to silence critics and destroy expectations. Who better embodies that concept than Caitlin Clark, who was undervalued throughout her whole path, until using her unwavering execution to dispel everyone's doubts. Critics said that Clark was unable to shoot at those distances. She became one of the biggest long-range threats in basketball. They asserted that women's basketball could not draw sizable crowds. She gave the entire sport a record number of viewers. They maintained that superstar-level contracts could not be supported by the WNBA. She rose to become the best-paid female athlete in the planet. She destroyed the doubters with each stride she took. Nike wants her image on its billboards for precisely that reason. Women's sport isn't the future, said Sabrina Ionescu, another athlete featured in a Nike campaign. It is currently taking place. As more individuals participate in the sport than ever before, we're seeing it change arenas and TV ratings. Making the loudest noise isn't the key to commanding attention. It's about making sure that everyone looks at you when you come forward. The similarity between Clark and Reese is aptly captured by that last point. Without a doubt, Reese is the loudest. She continuously makes sure that everyone is aware of her presence, speaks out, and markets herself. Clark just takes the stage and uses her skills to make everyone pay attention. She doesn't have to declare her talent. Her abilities convey everything. It seems that Nike thinks their abilities should be represented on Hollywood Boulevard. Another source of intrigue is the timing of the billboards. We have extremely high expectations for Clark as the 2026 WNBA season draws near. She has made it clear that she wants to be ranked number 1 this year. She desires more victories. Her goal is to continue improving women's basketball. The Nike billboard highlights her current accomplishments while outlining goals for the future. Angel Reese is frustrated by this circumstance in a number of ways. There is, of course, the direct comparison. While Reese gets billboards in Hollywood, Clark does not. Beyond that comes the realization that Reese will most likely never be able to equal Clark's commercial appeal and cultural effect, no matter how hard she works on her brand or how many appearances she makes on podcast or fashion shows. That's just the way things are right now. Reese is able to consistently record double-doubles. Every game, she has influence over rebounds. She is able to make all-star squads and win honors. She won't receive Nike billboards on Hollywood Boulevard unless she significantly increases her influence in popular culture and sports, even if all of it would be remarkable and worthy of celebration. That distance between her and Clark feels vast right now. At the pinnacle of their respective sports, A.A. Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Jordan Chills, and Sha'Carri Richardson are the other Nike campaign athletes. Wilson is considered the finest player in the WNBA. Ionescu has become well known while contributing to the development of women's basketball. Olympic gymnastics was won by Chile. Richardson is one of the quickest ladies in the world. These are more than just skilled athletes. These are powerful forces in their sports that are changing the culture. In this campaign, Clark is now a part of that group. What role does Angel Reese play in that conversation? She doesn't. At least not right now. She may do so in the future, but right now she isn't performing at that level. This isn't a critique. This is an honest assessment of the current situation. Reese has a successful career as a talented athlete. Clark is a phenomenon that is completely changing the landscape of women's basketball. They depicted radically different universes. Additionally, Clark's accomplishments are validated by the Nike billboard. Her move to the WNBA was questioned by a lot of people. People assumed she wouldn't be able to withstand the physicality of a professional setting. They asserted that her performance in college would not translate to professional competition. They contended that she would be exposed as simply another respectable college athlete who was unable to achieve professional success, and that the enthusiasm around her was overblown. She disproved everyone. One of the largest businesses in sports is now honoring her with a spot on Hollywood Boulevard. The message ought to be clear to Reese. You can only go so far with self-promotion. In the end, you have to back it up with unquestionable performances and impact. Clark has repeatedly delivered that. She has both met and exceeded expectations. Nike wants her image to represent their company at one of the most prominent places in America. Because of this, examining the Super Bowl commercial itself is also worthwhile. Since 1998, Nike has not produced a Super Bowl commercial centered around women's sports. That's 28. The fact that Caitlin Clark is currently the focal point shows how much women's sports have grown and how much Clark has contributed to that expansion. She is not merely capitalizing on the growing popularity of women's sports. One of the main factors causing that wave is her. Angel Reese first observes all of this. She witnesses Clark getting attention, advertisements, billboards, and endorsements. She must consider what she must do to get there. More Instagram posts or podcast reservations are not the solution. The solution is to become so exceptional and culturally relevant that companies like Nike are forced to use you in their largest advertising campaigns. That's what Clark accomplished. Reese hasn't done so yet. Reese might ultimately make it there. Perhaps she will have a breakthrough season in which she is so dominant that everything shifts. Perhaps she will win a championship and rise to prominence as a result. It is undoubtedly feasible. However, as of January 2026, Angel Reese does not own a billboard on Hollywood Boulevard, whereas Caitlin Clark does. Everything you need to know about their roles in the women's basketball hierarchy is explained by that distinction. Caitlin Clark solidified her status as a cultural force that goes beyond basketball by securing a Nike billboard on Hollywood Boulevard. Angel Reese may continue to assert that she is on Clark's level, but billboards expose the reality. Nike made a legitimate investment in high-end advertising real estate in Clark. Are you looking for a more unbiased look at women's basketball? Click like and subscribe right away.